Welcome back to the Chronocide podcast. We took a long break, but well worth it, right, guys?
It was worth it.
We needed to do it. Something necessary. We got some great things and exciting things, though, which, I mean, might as well just jump into it. Biggest news right now, Dan the Man.
Brought him in.
Dan the Man is an official.
H-Ken Legacy back at it again.
Back at it again.
What's up, guys? What's up?
You are our official fourth host. So now we have four man now. We're a rock band, aren't we?
The Four Horsemen. We're here.
Four Horsemen.
We're like the Beatles.
I'm happy to be on the team, guys.
All right.
I want to be Ringo.
You want to be Ringo? I want to be
I want
Ringo.
to be Ringo. Fuck you, I'm Ringo.
I want to be
You
one
get
of
to
the
be Lennon.
one of the guys that died.
Oh God. All right. Well, we might as well start off. I'm Johnny Mac.
Johnny Mac.
Jay.
This is Big J. I'm here.
This is
What's
Big
up?
J.
What up?
You here, Jay?
I didn't realize we were going in a
checks.
circle.
How we
I didn't
doing
know
with some
we were
sound
doing-
checks? Are we all connecting well?
Bada bing.
Yeah, we're
bada
fine.
boom.
Bada bing, bada boom.
I think we're gonna go through some cover. We're gonna catch up a little bit, right?
Yeah, let's do some catch up. With some
So,
mustard.
I know
Jay.
for me, I have been pretty swamped. I got a promotion at work. They made me the
Nice.
procurement manager for an IT firm over in White Plains now. So I've been pretty focused on that for the last couple weeks. It's an awesome position. I'm happy that I got the the opportunity to do it. Unfortunately, it did take away from my extracurricular activity time, but we're back at it. Other than that, I finally went to the doctor for my sleep apnea. So that's good. Hopefully,
That's
I'll be able
good.
to. Yeah. I have high blood pressure. I might die.
Boy.
Might die.
No.
I'm sure I do too. There's
it's
a
okay.
strong chance I do.
They
It's
Put me
okay.
in-
We'll still end up with 3.
We'll still have 3. That's actually the real reason we brought in Dan, in case I say I kicked the can, So, well,
Jay died. All right. Well,
it's been good.
Me and Bill were like, we need somebody. So
we need a third. We need a third.
I'm more of an insurance policy than anything else.
we took out an insurance policy.
I know. Bill had some big news as well.
Oh yeah. Bill.
Yeah, I think the last time we were recording, I was talking about interning for a post-production company, and I got hired full-time, so I'm an assistant engineer there.
That's awesome.
And
So
I work
sick.
on a shitload of television, mostly reality TV shows, a couple movies, a bunch of trailers, and I met Norman Reedus.
That's
Sick.
awesome.
The
Yeah,
sickest
he's a
thing.
cool dude.
Jealous.
Yeah, he's really down to earth. Like I was kind of surprised.
And you got 2
It's
TVs.
Daryl,
And
right?
you got 2
Norman Reedus
TVs.
is
Yeah, it's
Daryl.
Yeah,
That's Daryl.
Daryl,
That's,
man.
that's that dirty dog Daryl.
I don't even. Did you call him Norman? I feel like I would have called him Daryl.
Hey, Daryl.
I just said hello.
Norman.
I didn't refer to him as anything. I'm like, I just said, hey, how's it going? Yeah, you're gonna
Oh,
be
there
right
you go.
here.
Nice.
And then I offered him a drink, and he's like, oh no, I got a plane to catch. So
I got a plane to catch. I don't want to pee on the plane.
No,
I got
like
some
not,
zombies to
no,
kill.
It was,
Well,
it
'cause-
was it was Jack Daniels. It wasn't
Yeah.
like water.
Oh.
his like liaison called us the day prior and said, hey, can you guys have a bottle of Jack Daniels handy? And I'm like, yeah, why? And they're like, oh, the talent that's coming in drinks Jack. And I was like, let me do some Googling. And I looked it up just to figure it out. Because we knew somebody from The Walking Dead was coming in, but I didn't know who. And then I was like, all right, Jack Daniels Walking Dead. And I just saw like 8 pictures of Norman Reedus with Jack Daniels bottles. I'm like, gee, it's Norman Reedus. There
Yeah,
you go.
there you go. Yeah, that's pretty good detective work.
Right on. Thank you, Bruce Wayne. All right, so John, what were you up to over the break?
Oh God, I was up to a lot of things. Just working really with the family business, and taking those steps up to really becoming the owner of the company, making new moves for the business. Bringing them. Our family business was not in technology, and my family's business was just not. They weren't friends. Like my parents still use like sticks and stones to make fire and stuff. So, building them a website, changing the way they do everything on their phones and tablets and stuff. That was a lot of work too. Trying to teach somebody how to
Do something different.
It's amazing because we grew up around technology. So when you look at a phone, it's like you pick up a brand new phone, we know how to use it. Like I gave them a brand new phone, they're like, so how do you use it? Like where are the buttons? And I'm like, it's touchscreen. But all right, I'll show you.
So you
But
literally
other-
taught an old dog new tricks.
yeah, I'm hoping the old dog will stick with these new tricks and not go back to the old ways. But other than that, in my free time, building guns.
Awesome.
So sweet. That's such a,
So
such a
awesome.
Tony Stark thing, you know? Like,
Just building weapons. No big deal.
Weapons. I know some
Custom.
people don't like guns and stuff. I mean, it's just fine. You can have your own opinion. But yeah, I built a gun. And today I actually got to shoot it for the first time, which was so exciting. Like, I fired that first round, and like I turned around and looked at my buddy, and he was like, "You had the stupidest smile on your face," and then I just like dumped the whole magazine, just unloaded. I was like, "Yep, I'm happy.
So dope.
I am,
What kind of
I'm
gun is
happy."
it?
It's an AR-15. Yeah, so
Custom made. It's so sick,
custom
dude.
made. So I bought a lower, upper, all the parts, barrel. I did everything in my house.
What's her name?
What's her name?
Oh yeah, you're supposed to name her. Good call.
I actually do remember this being a topic, yeah.
So the way you name your gun is after the first shot, she kind of just like whispers her name in your ear.
That's what she does.
She does. She does do that, and I think I heard a Jessica there. I think it's a
Ooh.
Jessica.
Okay, that's a good one. huh?
Jessica
Yeah,
Rabbit
I like that
action.
one.
Yeah, it's kind of like a laid back name. Like, yeah, I'm down. I'm down to earth kind of person.
He's down.
Jesse's
So-
girl. I like it.
Jesse's girl.
Jesse's
Yeah.
girl.
Right
It's
on.
nice.
I love that song, by the way.
That's a great
I
song.
gotta play that song now when I shoot my gun on my headphones and be like, "What are you listening to?" "Oh, nothing."
Firing off an
man.
AR-15 to Jesse's girl.
Yeah, right?
Oh yeah. So Dan, what have you been doing since the last time you've been on our podcast? You've been up
That's a
to,
pretty
man.
big gap.
It is a pretty big gap, man. Sum it up. Sum it up for us.
Yeah, real quick, for those who don't know me, HKen Legacy, that's kind of still my gamer tag, but I'm no longer going to go by that name. I'm just going to go with Dan. I think it's a little easier for people.
I'm
For
still
the
calling you
most
H.
part, pretty much just playing games. For those who don't know me, I do work in human resources, so that is my background. If you ever kind of wonder why he's so... Don't worry, I'm not going to be like a
Official.
social justice warrior or anything on here. But that's kind of weird because it's kind of built into me. But anyway, other than that, no, nothing really. Gaming, raising this dog, trying to get her to be good. So if you hear her shaking her collar or anything, that's definitely one of my bigger things. Same kind of puppy Jay has, Shiba Inu. So, but yeah,
She's
other than that, I'm
getting
just so
big.
psyched to be on the team, man. I was thrilled when you guys asked me. So thank you for that.
That
No,
was
we,
one-
we were excited.
That was definitely one of my favorite episodes that we had done when we had you guests on there. So I think the synergy was there. I think it's going to be a good move for us overall.
Oh, definitely.
And then it'll also help when people show up fucking 3 hours late.
Yeah, well,
Actually,
Scheduling around all of us is pretty complicated. It is like, it's complicated. It is.
well,
It's
to be fair, like these past two Sundays have been. Like,
Oh, yeah.
I don't know
Doesn't
why
it
they've
feel
been so
like
crazy.
that? It feels like that. Like
Dude,
my Sundays have been crazy.
I had some family like emergencies with
Yeah.
hospital stuff, so it's like I can't just not go. You know, like,
Well, originally,
Yeah. Sorry,
originally
guys.
we recorded on Wednesdays,
yep.
right? So
Yep.
that was
but that's
during
not
the
gonna
week.
fucking happen
and then
anymore.
and then Jay, you got your promotion, so you're
And
out
then,
working.
yep.
Bill's in the city, so like
Bill's in the city till like
He comes
11 o'clock
home.
at night.
That's
Yeah,
oh,
I
gets
don't
home
get
at, like,
home until
2.
11:30.
11:30,
Unbelievable.
like, and it's
I
at
get
that
home
point,
at
like,
11:30.
Yep. At that point, it's like, no, I can't. But it's fine though.
Because
Like
I gotta
Sundays,
go to sleep and get the fuck back up at 6 in the morning to get
That
back
is
on
Yeah,
the
we'll-
track.
we'll figure it out.
Oh my god.
but our weekends are pretty much free though. I mean, like, what did we have 3 weeks ago? The beach party at the Flynn's.
Oh, the
Can
Flynn
we talk
beach
about
party.
that for a second? I think that needs to be on the podcast.
That absolutely needs to be on the podcast.
I drank like 4 Red Bulls in the course of like an hour.
So you have to listen to this setup. Our friends, they had their garage. They took everything out of the garage.
Everything.
They just got 2 giant truckloads of sand,
There was
and
so
they have a
much
big
sand.
garage.
No,
it's
they're
like
not
a
truckloads. Like they were like tons. Like
ton.
The amount of
Like,
sand
They
was
put
unbelievable.
at least 3 feet of sand in their entire garage. Built a tiki bar, and we had a beach party in the winter.
they
Like,
put the heat up too. They
put the
like,
heat up. So
Oh my
like
God, I was sweating.
bathing suits. It was freezing cold outside. Snow on the ground, and then like just like tropical beach house. Flynn's Tavern and Beach. And
I think
it
I
was
got
awesome.
a tan. I think I got a tan that day.
It was
Oh,
good.
I got a couple bruises. I
went
fell.
home with sunburn.
You went on with sunburn. The night before I went out to the Flynn's to their just to test out the beach party. margaritas and tequila. They have this big ass tree in the middle of the yard, and I tripped over it. My drunk ass tripped over it, and I woke up the next morning with bruises and cuts on my arm, and then I was like, all right, back to the Flins.
Yeah, that was
somewhere.
that was an insane party.
It
I
was
loved
great.
it. I loved the whole theme though. They had they were giving out lays, and the music and everything was
Yep.
very tropical. It was great.
It was crazy,
And
man. It was like you were on
actually,
vacation.
I actually just tagged my Instagram post from that party. I tagged Chronocide Podcast. So if you are following us on Instagram, you can look at
You can look at that.
any of our tag
Yeah,
posts.
Yeah, I'll definitely
Check
tag
it
some
out.
of mine too.
That sexy picture.
It's
of me and
funny
my
too.
urban camo.
This isn't the first time we brought up the Flynn's party as well. You know,
No.
we
Yeah.
brought up the Flynn's party.
The
Like,
Halloween party.
the
Was insane
Halloween,
as
but
well.
like they throw parties. These are
That's-
epic. They go all out. 4th of July this year is gonna be wild.
Oh, I can't wait.
Oh, they're doing something nice.
Yeah, they're doing
Dude,
something.
every hour on the hour, we are pledging allegiance to the flag,
Mm-hmm.
and everyone in that neighborhood's gonna hear it.
Yeah,
And everybody,
that's gonna be
it's
a
gonna be
lot.
epic. Oh man. So
best.
so not only the Flynn's party, I mean that was epic, but it's been out for a while now, this movie, but I still feel like it's got
Which
some
one?
hype. Deadpool.
Oh yeah.
Deadpool.
What do you Deadpool?
Well, I mean, we talked about Star Wars already. That
We
was
did
kind of my. The only reason the only reason that came into my head first is because I'm staring at the Blu-ray sitting on my table and I just want to watch it again.
I mean, Rogue One trailer just dropped.
Yeah, they did
I
a great
watched-
job. The aesthetic's perfect.
That looks so good.
Yeah.
It looks
My
so
Facebook
good.
page was like all Rogue One, like the feed. I watched 3 trailers until I posted it and was like, okay, now I can post this.
Yep.
It was so
right.
good, so good.
I think
I can't wait. I'm
back
excited.
to Deadpool though. Deadpool really nailed the they understood the source material, and you gotta give props to Ryan Reynolds. He's been trying to get this movie made for so long,
10 years.
and
He's
and
perfect.
he
He's
got it,
perfect
and he
for
got
it.
it the way he wanted it made. It was made, they made it right. They did
And
a
the
good job.
community loved it, and they already said that they're picking up on Deadpool 2. Ryan Reynolds, I think he just signed. He did something recently where he basically, now it's official. Deadpool 2 is going to be a thing. That's
Yeah.
something that's going to happen. I mean, it would happen either way, but now it's like official. I'm excited.
Great-
I love
They're,
every.
Great
They're
fourth
looking
wall
to
breaking.
cast-
Like,
Yeah, well, yeah. They're looking to cast Cable for Deadpool 2 as well.
yeah, I think we all agreed.
I think that's
that
the perfect approach too.
We all agreed that we thought the general from Avatar would be a sick.
That's who you said. I remember you
sick
saying that.
candidate.
Yep, perfect.
He actually posted on Twitter that he wants it. And
He's been
training for it.
he's been getting all jacked up for it, and he would be
Yeah.
good. He would be
would be
perfect.
good.
for
He
it.
looks like him.
He looks like him
just
already.
Like him.
He does. He looks dead on. He looks
Well,
so
he's got
much
that
like him.
commanding. He's got that commanding presence too. Just the way
Mm-hmm.
he talks and everything is just perfect for it. So, hopefully, they'll do something with that.
I'm just glad we finally did it justice instead of sewing his mouth shut. Swords come out
I
of his
love
hands.
I love the little action figure of the like.
Of the,
It was just like sitting there, and I'm like, oh, that's great. I
Oh, they
love
made-
all those little things. Oh, it was amazing.
yeah, there
They
was
poked at
so many under the radar jokes. Like I know a lot of people didn't catch it when I saw it in theaters because nobody else laughed. But he meets up with Bob from Hydra, and I
Yep.
was fucking crying. I was like, ah, it's Bob!
And then he shoots him and makes his body into the guy's name, Francis.
Francis,
Oh God.
say my name. Oh, I'm gonna spell it for you.
Something a little less universally praised. The Batman v Superman came out. I guess on the unpopular side, I thought the movie was fantastic. I think Ben Affleck was a fantastic Batman. It's the best Batman combat I've seen in any movie. They really nailed the aesthetic to me. If you like The Dark Knight Returns Part 1 and Part 2, I don't see how you could dislike this movie because it's literally
than Bane's fight?
it was
Dave's
better
like,
than Bane.
Maybe
yes.
it's the Gotham in me.
Yeah,
But I
you know,
really like
mean,
this movie.
I still think a lot. I would have been maybe better received if they hadn't shown like Doomsday and all that in the trailer. Like I think that would have been a huge surprise.
They gave a lot. Yeah, they gave away a lot.
But overall, I think the movie was a good. I think it was a good movie, and it did what it needed to do. Like it introduced, the beginnings of the Justice League and how that's going to work out.
Yep.
Wonder Woman slayed it. If you ask me, like
I
think
heard-
Gal Gadot was insane in that movie.
I heard she was one of the better parts of the movie.
Yeah, and I don't know. I mean, like there's obvious problems with it. There's problems with almost any comic book movie if you look at it close enough.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
so like, I mean, I know people that will
Wait.
pick the Nolan trilogy apart, and it's like, all right, I guess if you really want to look at it like that.
Yeah.
Dan and John, have you guys seen Batman vs Superman yet?
I
I
have
have
not yet.
I have not.
Okay, so we should probably reassess this in a couple weeks.
In a
Yeah,
further
I've
episode.
been
The three
trying
of
to
us-
get
I
people
feel
to
like
see
the
it.
three of us should go see it together, and then we can come back and say whether or not we believe Jay. or not.
I'm hearing mixed reviews because Rotten Tomatoes, it was like at a 40%. I check it like
Yeah.
an hour later, it's at 35,
Yep,
and then I'm like
yep.
telling my friend, I was like, yeah, it's at 35%. He goes, no, it's at 30, and I'm looking at it, I'm like, holy shit, it changed in like 45 minutes.
And-
to
but if you look at the
30.
user reviews were like
Yeah.
78, 80%.
But yeah, that's the
something
other
crazy
thing.
like
My
that.
other buddy was like, dude, it was a good movie. It was just overall it was a good movie, but they kind of didn't have to add things in the movie, and they could have
Well-
taken things away, but it's other than that, it was good.
I think I'm coming at it from maybe a little I see there's going to be inherent problems in this movie because DC's playing catch up. So
Yeah,
they're trying to
exactly.
establish the Justice League. So they're going to have to shoehorn some things in there just to get it, like they need to start going because they don't have 10 years like Marvel
That's
did
exactly what
to
I
do
was
it
gonna say.
to do it the
Yeah.
proper way or the Marvel way, you know.
They've been
I-
in and out of Batmans. They can't make any more Batman movies, otherwise it's gonna be like, okay, here's another Batman movie.
Yeah.
I mean?
That being said, I'm really excited for Suicide Squad. I think that Don't Stop Me Now trailer,
Yeah,
I think
that was awesome.
hit everyone in the right spot.
I don't think I saw that trailer yet.
Oh, you gotta watch that one.
Is it
I mean-
Queen Don't Stop Me Now?
Yes, it is.
Oh, okay.
They
That's
actually
his
did it
fucking
before Hardcore Henry too, so
trailer. Huh.
they just both came out around the same time.
I agree with Jay though. If they're gonna just do one movie and introduce a whole crew, just get it done. Get it done once. Don't make me sit through 10 years of origins. You know what I mean? I don't mind.
I
That's
mean,
true,
and that's just an inherent problem they're gonna have. I would go see the movie with you guys because I want to see it again actually, and see what you guys think because I've talked to a bunch of different people and some people hate it and some people love it. So,
I heard Ben Affleck was awesome everywhere. Universally renowned for that though.
yeah, he's he's like a brolic, like
savage.
old
He's a
pissed off
straight savage.
Bruce Wayne, and he plays it so well.
That's good. I mean, well, this kind of brings up a thing because now DC's coming out with movies, and they're coming out with more. They're going to be releasing the Justice League, but Marvel's out there, and they're really killing the game right now for
my God.
for comic
Killing
movies.
it.
Unbelievable.
Killing it.
They set the bar so high. Do you think DC will ever be able to play?
Oh, no.
You're saying they're
No.
doing catch up. If you had to choose though, like between your favorite sort of comic book movies, I mean, you can't really. There hasn't been too many of DC right now, but like,
I think
If
it's
you're
hard because
including-
we're attached. You know what I mean?
We're
We're
attached to those
attached to
Marvel
these characters. Like
Yeah.
Robert Downey Jr. is 100% Tony Stark in my
Yeah.
mind.
Right
Where
on.
Ben Affleck is like the new guy, which I might
He's the
over
new
time
guy.
grow to like him. But right now, you know what I mean?
yeah,
Well, I think if you're asking me what is the best movie out of those two, I mean, I think the Nolan trilogy is probably the best movies. Like
I
they're
do
probably
like-
the best made movies. But
they were good,
as
they were
far
good.
as like,
I agree.
Which universe do I enjoy more? Oh, by far it's Marvel. By far, like they've interwoven it so well. Even with their show, like I'm not really even a crazy big fan
Shield.
of Marvel's Agents of Shield, but like they do it well. The new Netflix shows like Daredevil
Yeah.
and Jessica
Yeah.
Jones.
Daredevil did
like,
so great.
Dude, they're running on like all their cylinders, and it's all good. Like it's hard to argue like they're not at least good. I think most of them are great, actually. Like I think Ant-Man was kind of like under the radar, but it was like
did.
basically a
It
heist
did.
movie, and it was fantastic.
I liked Ant-Man.
It was
I thought
good.
Ant-Man
It
was
very
good. I was happy to see Ant-Man in the Civil War trailer. I
Yeah,
was like,
we're,
oh, sweet, Ant-Man.
dude, we're about to get Captain America 3 Civil War, which I mean it's not a spoiler anymore, but Spider-Man's gonna be in it. Like
Oh my God.
and like
It looks so dope.
I've been
When he showed up in the trailer,
Hey,
I
everyone.
screamed like a little girl.
and he does it, and they nailed the aesthetic. The eyes and stuff, they move when he's saying
I thought that was
things. like-
cool. I like how
It's
they
very
did
old school, which I like.
yeah,
the
exactly.
comic book sort of look. And I just love how when he landed in, he's like, hey, like just nonchalant.
Yeah, hey,
that's
everyone.
that's Spider-Man,
And,
not some. He's a
not
cock. He's
not
cocky.
not the hipster.
Not a hip.
Andrew Garfield.
Emo.
I skateboarded in my high school.
What's up, guys? Saw, dude.
Yeah, no. So, yeah, no, I was we know how I feel. I did not like him as Peter Parker.
No.
I liked him as Spider-Man. I thought the way he fought and everything was fantastic.
Spider-Man. Well, he played well as Spider-Man. He played that little cocky shit. And,
Yeah, that was fine.
but
I was fine with that. But
his personality and no.
Yeah,
He
it just
was
didn't work. They just didn't write it right.
They should have nerded him up a little bit more.
Yeah.
Emma Stone on the other side. I will. Oh yes.
Yeah, she was awesome.
Gwen Stacy. Woo.
Damn.
Yeah.
Daniel. It's dead now.
I had to go
God.
through that for so long.
Oh, at work, I'm sure that was fun.
Daniel, all the time.
I feel
all
You're
the
like,
time.
oh, so original, great.
Yeah, I was like, oh man, I haven't heard that 20 minutes ago.
Oh God. You didn't hear that. Hey, is your cousin still playing The Division?
He actually just
He just got-
went. He just went for dinner.
Just went for
but
dinner.
Yeah, that's something we should definitely talk about.
Fuck
The
yes,
division is
dude.
finally here.
It's been here for a month.
It's a month. We're a month in. I'll let you guys go first because I have probably the unpopular opinion on this one.
You can tee it off, John.
Wait,
oh, actually,
what?
no. Tee it off, Bill.
Whoa, this
Tee it
is
off,
actually
Bill.
no. I think I need to go last.
Ooh, okay.
Well, I mean, I'll go. I'll talk.
Tee it
about
off, John.
Well, I'll
Tee
ta-
it
you know
off.
what? I'll talk about it because I'm the one not playing with you guys. I'm playing on the Xbox One.
Kick it off.
I'm playing off the Xbox One. I thought initially, and this is coming from the person who played the alpha, the closed, and the open beta, like fucking hardcore. I just nonstop, level 8, level 12, or rank 12 for Dark Zone, like just grinding so hard. Jumping into the game, I thought it was great. You know, it started off really slow. Just I already knew what the beginning of the game was. Kind of was sick and tired of playing the beginning encounters and first missions and side missions because I already knew what was going to happen, but I did them anyways. I thought the game was great. And I know you guys, I posted that thing in the gaming channel saying, like, after you reach rank 30, you kind of just lose interest. There's not much you can do for a solo player, because I'm a solo player. I soloed the entire game. I played every mission on hard and stuff. I got to rank 30 and then beat the game, and I was kind of just like, all right, I'm waiting to do stuff. And I know there was, like, you could do the side missions and the missions and stuff again on challenging mode and hard mode. I mean, that's fun, but it gets boring. And the Dark Zone is fun, but I have so many issues in the Dark Zone still, and nothing has been fixed yet. Like, I don't know how many times I get shot from somebody not looking at me, or I will be shooting somebody, there's no bullets coming out of my gun, but it still sort of says I'm shooting, and then I'm dead.
Definitely has bugs. Yeah, I agree.
It still has
Definitely
its
has
bugs. I have every single collectible besides one because I can't pick it up. It won't let me. And
That sucks.
it bothers. It's a freaking Echo, and like every week I go there and like try to pick it up, and it's like, nope, not yet. And I'm like, fuck. And overall, though, I think the game was a great game. I'm definitely still into the game. I definitely do still play it. There's things I wish they added, like Destiny, for instance, has the bounties and stuff, daily things. Those are great things. I wish they had that in the game, but you know, maybe that's something in the future. I
I
don't know.
believe they're adding that with weekly like objectives in the coming
Objectives.
updates.
That's something
yes.
I would
They're
like.
called-
Just
they're
keep
called
me
assi-
they're called
involved.
assignments.
Because it's fun doing the challenging modes, but some of the challenging missions are like, they're something, man.
They're
They're
difficult.
easy. They're easy. They're so easy.
Yes, that's the name.
Alright.
Thank you, Jeff.
Alright.
Assignments. Yeah.
We'll go. All right. I gotta talk. I gotta
so
talk.
me-
All right. So I'm right with actually right there with John.
Jay's like, I'm not going last now.
I can't. I gotta talk. All right. So I've been hyped for the Division since E3 presentation in 2013. I thought the game was fantastic. I rode the hype train. I played the alpha and
Yep.
the beta just like John, and I agree with most of what John just said. Like,
Wait.
I
Tell
love
tell
leveling.
what you did for me there, Jay.
Oh, I bought the game for Bill so that he could play it. I told him if he got a PS4, I'd buy the game. He called my bluff. He bought a PS4. He bought
John's
PS4.
Oh, that's right. I sold my PS4.
So, I mean, I loved the game, playing it. When I first got into it, until I hit 30, and there's a lot of little issues that create this feeling of just I don't see the point in putting time into it right now. I'll start with the Dark Zone. You basically just grind to level 50 to unlock patterns so that you can craft what's called high-end gear. The high end gear in this game is a fucking joke. I'm sorry, but
Yep.
like
There's no
I got
hype
some
to it.
like in I'm gonna compare it to Destiny and WoW because those are probably the closest things that I can think of.
Yeah, they're good
Destiny-
parallels.
when you play Destiny and you get an exotic item, you feel like you got something. Like these guns have names. They have special names. They have special abilities that you can't have on anything else. You can only equip one of them. Like you feel like you have something. I got a pair of high end gloves the other day named Gloves. They were named Gloves. They were named
bad.
Gloves.
Yeah, it's bad.
The only difference between a purple superior item and a high end item is that one has a talent that you can't, like, it's an extra talent.
Yeah,
So
you
most
get an
of them
extra
have
talent.
most have two, and you need to have a specific stats to unlock them. High end gear has three, and one of them is given.
Yeah.
So I got
And then
some
you also,
high end
get
gloves
that one,
were
you get a little buff
that,
too.
yeah, so I had some high end gloves that had 425 firearms instead of 375. So like that's a problem. I'm sorry, that's a fucking problem. There, like, if there's no loot train, if there's no art, like, there's no reason for me to want something. I played for maybe 2 weeks after I hit 30. I have everything but 2 items that are yellow now, and it's just because there's no fucking point. Like I can clear all the content right now. It's a joke.
Yeah.
There's weapon balancing issues that need to happen. But SMGs are basically all you need. Like
Yep.
I've gotten into arguments with people over it, but every enemy in this game will rush you. I'm sorry, but if
Yeah, it's supposed to be a covered based game, yet
Yeah.
enemies just charge you the entire time.
there's 2 enemy types that will not rush you. There are snipers, and there are medics. And
Yep.
you can just run at. You can run straight up to them. Just run at. They're not going to do anything. Run right at them and shoot them with the SMG.
Oh, and the
Everything else-
shotgun.
Yeah, shotgunners, grenaders, all the heavy
Shotgunners
machine
are the
guns.
worst.
They all
Shotgunners
just-
can
they
down
run
you
right
from
at you.
across the map.
Yeah.
And
So-
instantly with a
Their
shotgun,
range is insane.
it's
So that's
stupid.
Insane.
Those are balancing issues that they can fix. I personally think they should make all of our high end gear purples, and they should make every named high end item really OP or good, like worth having, and they should be really hard to get, like exotics
Yeah.
perk.
Or
Like,
you only can equip one, or you can,
like, dude, I
you
put
have a
in
limit.
like probably I don't even know how many hours in Destiny, and there's still exotics that I want that I don't have.
Yeah.
Like that's a good feeling. That means if I go on there, there's a chance I can still get something that I want.
There's
You
still
remember
stuff
from
to
the
do,
beta?
you know?
You remember in the beta when they had those 2 weapons from the vendor in the Dark Zone,
Yeah.
and when you got them, they were OP. They were great freaking
And
weapons.
they
were
should
good.
feel like that. But they
and they should
should
feel like that. And the
Yes.
Liberator and the Pack-In, and what are the other ones they
The
had?
Vector.
No, not the Vector. The Cerberus. I
Cassidy.
think.
Cassidy was the
okay,
shotgun.
We're talking about.
They
Okay.
had those guns and they were great, but now they have them in the actual game. Like I got the blueprints for the Liberator. I was so excited.
Garbage.
It
Yeah.
was
Garbage.
trash.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
garbage.
And
have
I
it, I have
spent
it.
like 200 Phoenix points on it, or how much it costs. It costs more than just the black market AK-47. And I
Yeah,
was
so
this
like
is
those
trash.
these are balancing issues that I think they can correct pretty easily.
Yeah,
I have problems with overall art, like the Dark Zone. On paper, it's so cool, and it used to have that feeling before it was a grind. But they need to introduce. It needs to feel like Wintergrasp. There needs to be a purpose to being there.
Absolutely.
There needs to be objectives. There need to be
Yes,
like
yes.
things you can take over, and maybe when you take it over, you get access to new vendors or new bosses or a new challenge mode that's
public
only in the Dark
events
Zone.
that open
Something.
up. Something where like
Something's
a
gotta
public
be in
a big public event can open up.
There needs
where
to
it's
be
like,
faction. There needs to be factions
waves of
where
enemies.
you can take like you need to be able to rep something in a PvP game. Like if you're not repping something, like in WoW there was the Alliance and there was the Horde. Like you took pride in that, and then it caused like you could actually get into like verbal arguments with your best friends over it. Like you actually felt something for it.
For
in
the
this,
Horde.
yeah, and exactly, like fucking scum. First
You were
off,
such
but
a
secondly,
wordy, you were such
but,
a wordy guy.
but like there's no ownership. There's no faction based anything. Like
Yeah, there's no connection.
They can very easily enter like people that want to join Aaron Keener and trying to like defect and like real agents and like
Yeah.
that would
Spoiler alert,
cause.
by the way.
I mean,
Oh, well,
if whatever. If I mean, like, I just feel like if they had something to rep and like wear a badge of honor on it, like,
Oh,
in-
that'd be
in-
sick.
it would be,
Just specify who
something.
you are.
Something.
So that'd be good in the Dark Zone too for those OP players who level 55 Dark Zone rank, and then I have player like me, I solo, so it's hard for me to clear,
Exactly.
landmarks. So I go to a landmark and I'm taking my time, and then I get a group of 3 people running up behind me and they just fucking blast me because they're level 55 and they got their SOCOMs with the 400 rounds per second, and it's just ridiculous. And I might be able to take down 1 or 2 of them, but still I'm gonna die all the time.
And I mean that's not really the game's fault. That's the way it's set up. Like in Wintergrass, if I was running around and the horde controlled it, and there's 60 of them, I'm obviously gonna get my ass kicked. But if they set it up where every 12 hours there's gonna be an event to retake Liberty Square or some shit in the Dark Zone, right? Like that creates a purpose to be on. Oh my God, it's almost 8 o'clock. Everyone log on. We gotta go take that back from them.
You get buffs for being on Liberty Street if you own it.
Better scavenging.
Something. Give me a reason to play, man. Like I want to play this game. I like this game. Yes. I like the mechanics. I think it plays wonderfully. I love the story. I thought it was a great story. I think they need to work on maybe mechanics. Like there's nothing like Volta Glass or any of the raids. Like there's nothing even on that level.
Not yet for the Volta Glass. They are going to have raids.
I hope they take notes personally.
Yes.
Because there needs to be some kind of objective based. Like Dan brought it up once. We were having a conversation about this. Maybe like capture the flag, but it's like getting virus samples, right? Like give me some team based. Like this is a cover shooter. Like it should feel like that. Like I want to work on
challenges in the Dark Zone to up your Dark Zone rank too. Because DZ rank you could go manhunt, and that's all you have to do really. Is just go on manhunt and survive, and you get you get crazy. You get a lot of XP. But it's some of those players don't like going manhunt though. Like, what about the players who don't like going that route, who like to stay on the less of a bounty sort of route and actually like grinding and playing for things?
And you know what? To be fair, I'm saying all this, and it's been out for a month. So Destiny had some of its own growing pains, and everyone knows that. It wasn't until the Taken King that everyone really saw what Destiny was supposed to be, and I understand that. I'm kind of frustrated because they delayed this game a couple times, and they saw what Destiny was going through, and they didn't fucking act on it.
There's so many bugs too.
They have been very transparent about their plans with the expansions, the incursions, and all that stuff. So I mean, I'm going to play that content. I've already bought the gold thing. I'm ready to go. I just don't see myself like investing time right now. I've got other things that I can be doing than grinding to 50 and just to unlock some new blueprints. Like
this is the first week I haven't
played. I'm gonna play incursions, and I'm gonna get better gear than what's out anyways. So you know what I mean. There's also inherent problems with the enemy types. They're all just basically bullet sponges.
I don't know how they can fix that though. I don't really know if there's a way around that.
The way they did it in Destiny was they created shields that had different properties so that you had to play accordingly.
Yeah, I guess that's a good point.
In this, I don't know how they would do it. I don't know.
Well, they do have different bullet types, so they could do something like
that.
The bullet type helps. Most people don't even use them though,
which is silly.
Crazy.
Because
I
all you have to
use
do is
incinerate rounds all the time, especially in heavies. Like
or shotgunners that try and run at you.
Shotgunners too. Yeah, I set them ablaze and I'm good.
And you know what? That's kind of the problem, John, because that strategy will work on every mob in the game.
Yeah, exactly.
Stun grenade and just focus it, and it will die. And you can say that about any enemy in the game.
But they don't even really enforce you to want to even use that stuff either. You know what I mean? Like, my friend plays. He doesn't use any buffs or anything like that. He just plays the game. I don't think he even uses grenades.
And he probably thinks it's probably hard. He probably thinks it's like, wow, these guys are hard. Well,
I'm
no,
like,
they're
dude,
not. You're just not using half of your stuff.
Yeah, I was like, why do you think you scavenge around for shit? Like, do you really pick stuff up? Like, do you still go to bags and try to search for them? Because you should be full of stuff right now. Yeah. Every single time I see you bending down to pick up something out of a bag.
Your base of operations also gives you all that stuff if you have it built out.
If you've maxed it out, yeah.
But that's my spiel. I think I've spoken enough on it. I think everyone knows how I feel. It's a great game. I hope they expand and really show us what they can do. So.
Honestly, it's funny to me because it's been a while since me and you have talked about it, Jay. And the last time I talked to you, you were gung-ho about it.
I was level 20.
We were playing
I was
together.
level 20.
The problem was that since I work so much now and I can only play 2 days during the week on the weekends, I got behind you guys. And with me and multiplayer games, especially like things that are similar to an MMO, I'm not saying this is an MMO, but it's similar. If you've played with me, you know I'm either gung-ho, I will be the best, or I give up. Like, and
Yep.
that kind of happened to me. I got behind everybody, and I'm like, okay, shit, all right, I gotta catch up. And it's so fucking hard to do that by yourself, especially when you try to do a mission and you're falling through the fucking floor
That's
all
happened to
the
me
time.
many times. That's happened to me
Holy
many
fucking
times.
shit! I
Yep.
And then it
rage quit. I'm like,
teleports
nope,
you-
done
and then it
done with
teleports
this
you
fucking
to-
game.
into the safe house.
Yep. Nope. That's I shut it off. I was like, I'm done.
Does
I'm done
anybody
playing this
have
game.
any
I'm gonna go
of
play
the-
Street Fighter. Sorry.
Does anybody have any of those problems joining like challenging mode missions, and like especially the one that's
You'll end up back at your base of
Tunnel. I think
operations.
it's Lincoln Tunnel.
no, not Lincoln Tunnel. It's the one where the Rikers are taking over and you have to kill the leader.
Oh,
you know,
Lorraine
the girl with the
Barrett. Yeah, I don't know the name of it though.
the front door doesn't open if you kill the
Lexington,
guy.
Lexington something.
The Lexington,
Armory.
yeah. If you kill the guy that's like out front, if he dies, the JTF you're supposed to save, the door doesn't open, but it doesn't restart the mission.
Oh my god.
And he goes, he's dead. And then she she just goes, oh, it's okay. You know, we have to expect losses. We need to continue with the mission. And then you go to the door and the door
Door's
doesn't
just
open.
locked.
And then you have to
Just
restart
bolted
the
it.
mission. So like I'm a solo player, so when I jump into challenging mode missions, I'm like jumping in. We fight off the enemies. I go to the door, door's closed. I back out because I know you can't open the door. Or like we're playing and the stupid, the idiots that I have to play with shoot the JTF soldier. He's dead. And I'm like, great, got to back out. Like
Yeah,
it takes that's the challenging mode mission of the day. It takes me about like I don't know 15 20 minutes to find a game, and then that's like 30 45 minutes playing with randoms that now they know how to play the mission, so it's okay. Like before when I was level 30, nobody knew how to play and it sucked. But now it's like now I'm okay with it. Then the other mission, the power plant, the door doesn't open either, but it's also an impossible mission if you don't have a set team.
Oh,
If you
yeah,
don't-
it's
Very,
timed.
very hard.
It's
That
timed.
is
very hard.
that is a group mission right there. I played that one for an hour and some kid backed out and screwed it all up, and I was like, okay, I can't do this now. Like, so like that is like I need to. My other two friends who play, one of them is not rank 30 yet, so it's like the other one is now, so we can play together. Now I'm just waiting for the other one to become rank 32, and it's like now I have a a team to play with.
The
there
inherent
you go.
problem. The inherent problem with that, as well as in challenge mode, they don't scale it to how many people are in the team.
No, not at all.
So you can't solo it. You literally, it's just you're not gonna be able to.
Can't solo. No.
It's too many people.
Oh yeah. I do like how you can constantly play though the challenging and hard missions and still get Phoenix points. You just don't get the bonus. You
That
still
is-
get
yeah,
like
that is a
15,
good
20.
part.
I like
Yep.
that. That's cool. So you can actually continue playing if you really wanted to grind for a piece of gear at the Phoenix store, which is really the gear there is like You're better off just in the dark zone, just grinding that way, in my opinion.
That's what most people have been doing, and that's where I drew the line. I was like, we have incursions coming out next week. I'm going like all that gear that you guys are grinding for. Like, yeah, it's gonna make it a little bit easier for you, but we're gonna all end up.
Absolutely. Yep.
We're all gonna be upgrading to the same stuff in
Yeah,
a week,
exactly.
so
Exactly.
I'm not gonna waste my time. I'll play Uncharted and like
I'll play Uncharted.
I'll go redo the story in Uncharted before Uncharted 4 comes
I'll
out.
go play XCOM 2.
Yeah,
There
Bill's
you
playing
go.
XCOM 2 or Street
There you
Fighter.
go.
Street Fighter, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
How do you like
While I'm
XCOM
waiting
2?
for Overwatch to come out.
Oh, I have never played XCOM 2, but I can tell you this: I fucking love watching Bill
I
play
love
XCOM
watching
2.
Bill play it. I love
It's
it.
like I have more fun watching that game than I should.
I was hanging out with Bill, and he's like, "No, dude, you should play." And I was like, "Bill, let's get one thing straight right now. You are playing."
I will never play this game.
Yes. I
That's a-
love watching, dude, because
That's
he's like
something-
you're like a chess master. It's
I mean,
unbelievable.
I played the first one a lot, and I played the second one
A lot of board
as
games he
well,
plays.
so.
A lot of
That too. I
strategy.
play a lot of strategy games.
Well, this is one of the few games that I know that Bill is actually passionate about. Like,
Yeah.
he plays a lot of games that aren't maybe what you'd call mainstream awesome or whatever.
I'm not a big AAA title follower. Like I have nothing against them. It's just when I play them, games have to have a certain something for me. It's like it has to have something different or something new or something that I'm just into that gets me to play it. XCOM, it's not only is it the environment, but it's just the actual gameplay itself. Just everything fucking
I love the
about it.
look.
I love the
I love the
difficulty
aesthetic
level.
of it.
Yeah, the aesthetic's amazing.
The customization,
The
the character
customization is sick.
customization.
That's
And-
cool.
It
and
brings
the
me back
fact
to
that it's
FF Tactics. Like I feel
And-
like I'm watching FF Tactics.
Oh, yeah.
with space.
And I love how they are so open to the modding community. Like you guys played with me, and you saw that I could just let me get this mod, this mod, this mod,
So
this mod,
fast.
and I don't have to go into my game to mod it. It's just bang, they're in your game now. It's free
cool.
expansions.
I love the
I like free
intensity.
expansions. That's
Like,
fucking awesome.
The
That's how
intensity
you
of the
know
game
that's
is
a-
great.
That's when you know a game is built well, where the developers are like, yeah, no problem, just do it. Like, throw
Yeah.
it in there, not like, no, we can't have that. We got to make money off of it. Microtransactions. Let's
I've
go.
also noticed that Bill tends to go towards these games that don't hold your hand at all.
None.
Oh,
Like,
no.
like these games that he really enjoys. I know he loves like Dark Souls, Bloodborne, like
I don't want
XCOM.
games to
Like
hold my
these
hand.
games will fuck you in the street. Like,
I like
my
games
God.
where I
Yeah,
want a
experience.
challenge. I want a
Yeah.
challenge in my games. I don't want to just be like, oh, okay, now I know how to play the game.
Press
No,
B
I'm
to
just playing.
crouch. This is
Like,
how you
no.
reload. Like,
yeah, no,
you
that's
can
not.
craft
That's,
items
that's
by
not
going
how.
like this.
That's not how
When you
Bill
see
does
like
it.
a 67% shot and you're just crossing your fingers praying because you know if you don't
you
hit
miss.
it, you are doomed.
Did anybody see the video where it was like the guy had the gun, like he had like his sniper character or whatever. It was like in the alien's face, and it said like a 20% chance
And
of
he
him
missed.
hitting it, and he missed.
Oh,
He was like, "What the fuck?"
That was Kenzo. That was the Kenzo.
yeah,
right there.
Bill. Yeah,
That's something that we actually are looking forward to in the future. Is not only are we going to continue our podcast, but we're actually going to be getting more into the video and Twitch area as well. And I hope you
Yes.
guys are
Right on.
looking forward to that. And
We're
that's
excited.
going to be one of our reoccurring series. Is we're going to do the Kenzo Chronicles, which is
Kenzo
basically.
Chronicles.
Kenzo
Love it.
was a character that we created. I created all
I
of
love
us
Kenzo.
as characters in XCOM. So there's me, Dan. We didn't make John. We'll have to make John and Adam in. But me, Dan, Jay, and my friend Dave, who was my old ex roommate, and me and him obsess about XCOM all the time. So I made him and put him in the game too. But our random fifth guy, because we needed another guy, we're like, oh, okay, well, his name, he came with the name Kenzo, and we just shit on him the
Oh,
whole
God.
time.
he was so bad. He was useless.
Kenzo wishes he was Bo. He wishes he was Bo.
Yes, that's the story we created.
He's like Rock Lee to. He's like, Senpai,
Rock Lee
notice
the
me,
guy.
please.
Senpai,
Yeah,
notice me.
Please notice.
that's
Senpai,
all he
am I doing
wants.
good?
It's the Kenzo. It's the Kenzo Chronicles. I'm excited. You guys should be excited. It's gonna be awesome.
Yes.
I tell you what, he went through some shit though. Tell us, Bill. Tell us the shit he went
He
through.
did go
that-
through
that
some
time.
shit.
I can't
Does he
even
have a
remember. It's been
backstory?
so long since we've done it. I'd have to go into the game and read because I know he does have a backstory. Because that's a cool thing too about the game too is everybody has character biographies too, and you can edit
That's
yours
sick.
if you feel like it. But I don't know what his backstory is originally.
Yeah, what's mine again? Like I'm here to fuck bitches or something.
Probably. I think I changed all of ours to like fuck bitches get money.
We're like the Young Money
war,
Squad.
War never changes. Like I just a bunch of different like quotes.
Bill, I actually wanted to talk to you about Street Fighter before we get too off topic.
Do it.
Because
Yes.
this game's been. I didn't realize it was so divisive. I'm at work sometimes, and we have an Xbox One at work. We have a PS4 at work, and one guy, he always plays Street Fighter 4, and I'm like, why don't we get 5 in here? And he hates 5. Like hates it.
Really?
He says that he's like, oh, they made every character a Dragon Punch character.
Oh, 'cause
and
he's
it's-
a
and
charged
it's so
character
easy,
player,
and they
so
made
he's
it
fucking
really
pissy.
easy for people. Blah 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 blah. I'm like, but dude, they also had like, there's so much depth in like that the new what's it called? Where you open up a new moveset when you pop it. What's it called?
The V sync, right?
V
Or
trigger,
something like
the
that.
V trigger,
V-trigger.
yeah, V trigger, right? And like he just like kind of shot me down on it. He's like, "Nah, man, this game's whack." And I was like, "Did not realize people felt that way." I think it's awesome.
There are a lot of people that really hate on 5. And
Really? Wow.
I don't. I like it. I hated on. All right, the game
Or-
itself is fine. It's solid. I like how it feels when you are playing. Like fighting somebody is great.
Yes.
But the actual fucking game itself, I fucking hate Capcom. They fucked up so much shit.
Well,
We had
they-
to wait a month and a half to get like anything out of the game. No new costumes, no new characters, no shop, no nothing. Like there's no challenges. The battle, like when you play people online, it was 1v1. Well, obviously it's a fighting game, okay. But every single other fighting game in the last 10 years has 8-man battle rooms. So you rotate. And we had to wait a month and a half for that.
Now,
and we paid $60 for this shit.
Now
Like,
they
what
were
the fuck?
they were very transparent about why they released it in that form.
Yeah, I give them credit for that, but
they
you know,
they released it so they could get into Evo this year. But that being said, they were transparent, but it still sucks. It doesn't take away
doesn't
from
make it any less
It's
better,
early.
yeah.
It's fucking early access game, and like
Yeah.
they said, it's the full game. No, just at least say, hey, if
Say
you
what
buy
it
it
is.
now, you get early access. Like,
Yeah, that's
and
what they should have
market it
said.
properly.
That seems
That's
like what gaming
drove me
companies have
crazy.
been doing lately. Is just
seems like
releasing
everything,
It's been a
yes.
trend
Yeah.
lately, you know. It's
Destiny,
like, hey,
The Division, Street
let's
Fighter
push out
5.
a game, and it's gonna be half-assed. Like, but it's okay. People will still buy it.
We'll fill it out over time.
Don't worry. We'll give you stuff. We'll give you stuff. Microtransactions.
it.
But
this comes
Fix
back
it
to
later, fix it
people
later.
voting with their wallet. If they really want this to change, they need to stop buying it. Like,
Pre-orders, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that stop it? Pre-orders?
yeah, I mean, like
Pre-orders
everyone every year, like, a new COD comes out and everyone bitches, and the game breaks some new record. Like, they're
what are you
obviously,
getting
like,
when you pre-order now? Nothing. I mean,
Yeah.
they don't sell out of games in most places. You could still purchase the game. They get like 10, 15 extra copies anyways. And
think-
like, but the pre-order, even like the hype of pre-order. Remember when you pre-order and you get like something exclusive that you would never see in any other game? Now they
Yep,
all
yep.
share pre-orders.
Yeah,
And even when you
exactly.
purchase the game, you still get the pre-order content. Mm-hmm. You still get it.
100%.
I think this is a good segue into Good Guy Blizzard, because Overwatch will be a full game when it comes out. Thank fucking
it
God.
better be.
Oh,
It
yeah.
better be.
Don't have to unlock any
Bill-
characters. You buy it. You get everybody forever.
get everybody.
Oh.
Has anyone else
I can't
played
wait.
it besides Bill?
Bill's the only one I think that's played it.
I'm hesitant only because of I'm not good at those kind of Twitch shooters without having to. I'm used to aiming down sights. That's the way
Then
I
just play Soldier. I
really-
already told you. Play Soldier 76. He's Call of
Yeah.
Duty. He's Call of Duty in Overwatch. If you want that, play Soldier 76.
and I'm going to buy it. I'm going to play it because all my friends are going to play it.
What are we buying this for? What are you guys buying this for?
PC.
What platform?
Bill wants everyone on PC.
I
Okay,
really
good,
want
'cause that's
everybody
where
on
I'm going.
PC. Because
I'm probably going to buy it twice.
just
'cause
right.
I have friends on PS4, and I'm
Yeah.
going to.
I'll probably end up getting it on PS4 eventually too, but it's PC all the way. And that's
Well,
actually
Bill,
another
you are
segue.
getting it for PC because it's already pre-ordered for PC. So
Yeah, well, thank you, John. Happy birthday to
Yep,
me.
that's what we're doing.
Bill
But,
manages to get 2 games this year.
I just think it looks interesting that like all of the classes are different. You know what I mean? Like they're very defined. Like I saw one
Well,
guy going.
they're
It's like
taking-
Team Fortress kind of.
They're taking
I
that-
like Team
More
Fortress.
dynamic than
Well,
All right,
It's
it's
more dynamic
way
'cause-
more dynamic than Team Fortress for the fact that not only do you have classes, but each of these classes don't play the same. They're just your roles.
Not
and
even-
every single character plays completely
okay.
Yeah.
differently.
And here's the
each
thing,
character
is the
counters
character.
other
Is the
characters.
and they're also characters. That's the main point.
Yes.
Like, they're taking the League of Legends model almost. Like they're making
yeah.
characters, not like, oh, I'm playing medic. Like
Yes.
to me,
Yep, yep.
that's not appealing to me. Like I don't want to play medic. I want to play Rosa or whoever the fuck her
Yeah.
name is, and like
And these characters,
Johnny
they
Heels.
have awesome backstories too.
Yeah,
and if you
it's like-
watch like the actual
Kenzo.
gameplay trailers, holy shit, the game looks fucking awesome. It looks like a Pixar movie, but rated PG-13.
and Blizzard
awesome.
and Blizzard always delivers. I mean, like when's the last time we were really
God, they
disappointed with a
deliver
Blizzard game?
so well.
Never. Even their
So-
trailers are so epic.
Yeah,
like you
like-
could have a TV show now, Overwatch the movie. Like I'd watch it. I'd
I
watch the
would-
anime
I would
series.
too. I'd
watch
buy the whole
shit out of
series, dude.
Overwatch the show.
At first I was like, are they gonna make a show now? Because this is dope.
I would love to. Oh my
What
God.
is going on? They should.
So there was other upcoming news coming out. Final Fantasy 15, the new demo came out. I know I played it. I don't know if any of you guys have to play it yet.
I didn't get to play it yet.
I'm not
Did
gonna
you have to
play
pre-order it to get it? I didn't play
No,
it.
you don't have to pre-order it, but it's like Kingdom Hearts screw up, and I
Oh, nice.
fucking love it, dude. Like
That's good.
it plays really well, and I'm excited for the story. Like it seems like they're finally coming around, and I have high hopes for this game. I hope it doesn't suck because
That's a good. What a bar! What a bar!
well, no, because
But it's
I mean,
SquareSoft. I understand.
all
Or
right,
Square Enix. I'm sorry.
to be fair, 12 and 13 were divisive games. Like some people gave them a chance. I probably should have, but I heard enough people that I trust say that they didn't enjoy it, so that I didn't even bother. So maybe that's bad. I probably should have tried it myself, but
Put
I
it
don't
this
know.
way, I've bought in and played every single Final Fantasy that's ever come out, and 12 and 13 were very meh. to
that's
me.
and that you're
We've
one
had
of the
this
people I was
talk
talking
too.
about.
Yeah.
We've had this talk on Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
But 2 podcasts ago, I think it was
Yep.
we talked about which one, Final Fantasy 6, and
Oh, that's right.
Fantastic
Yeah.
games.
Okay.
they set a bar
But-
for that one.
Right. And that's my thing about 15 is Jay keeps asking me, have you played the demo? Have you played the demo? Nope, not going to play the demo because I'm going to buy the game. I'm like, yeah, it's going to happen.
Well, you know
I'm
you're
going to
gonna
buy
buy
it.
it.
I'm going to.
There
And
are
if
some
I don't like
very-
the game, well, shit, I'll waste the money, but I'm going to buy it.
There are some
I'm not
very
gonna play a
telling
demo.
things about the game that are in the game that already get me very excited. Like they have Magitech armor, and
Oh, that's awesome.
that's pulling on my Final Fantasy 6 strings. So like that automatically makes me like, ooh, yes. And they've addressed the scale of the game in the demo. This isn't spoiling anything. In the demo, the first demo episode, Duske was a you unlocked Rama, the summon, and this summon is just summons in Final Fantasy have always felt epic. Like that is
Oh my God, yeah.
that transcends all the games. They always feel epic. I remember seeing Knights of the Round in 7,
I was about to
and
say
it was
that's
like
exactly
it
what
was like
I'm
the
thinking
coolest
of.
thing I've ever seen in my life. Bahamut is always awesome to watch, and Rama in Final Fantasy 15 like trumps all of those already. And it's like the first, like it's probably one of the first ones you get. So
That's cool.
super stoked. They have also announced new news on the Final Fantasy 7 remake. As this week
Ooh, yeah, they're gonna be
this
big.
week
They're gonna be big episodes.
this week they said the episode will be as long as a full game. They're saying as long as they're
Yeah,
saying
3
they're
of them.
sa-
Well, actually, they didn't
comparable.
release a count. I'm
They're
sorry.
saying they're comparable to Final Fantasy 13. So the
Yeah,
way
but 13 was short.
how short was it? 12 hours?
Yeah.
That's
That's
not.
still a long game. I mean,
I'm saying
an average game
if
right
it's
now is
gonna
like
if it's gonna be episodes, I mean they're gonna release multiple of these. So, I mean,
What are they looking for a price point, though? Like, I'm not going to pay
honestly, I don't.
$60
I mean,
for 4 times.
I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't give a shit. I'm buying it, but
I don't care. I'm purchasing it.
but
Sold.
you have to assume if they're like they say full 12 13-hour experiences. I mean that's how big the CDs were on Final Fantasy. At
That's
least the
exactly
first.
what I'm thinking. I'm thinking it's gonna be just disc 1 and 2 and 3 probably released separately.
Yep.
Now that could go either way. I'm excited. They have a vision for it. I'm happy that they're taking ownership of it and they're not beating around the bush. They're saying, listen, it's going to be different than what you're expecting. They're preparing people for it now. I think they're probably using the same engine that they're using for Final Fantasy 15, which makes me excited because I love the combat so far. Because like I said,
what's using other like I'm not gonna, like I said, I haven't played the demo and I'm not planning on it. I just want to know one thing about 15. Do you play as the whole group, or are you
Yes.
just playing as
Oh,
like
that's
the
a
one
good
dude?
question.
yes, you can switch between them. And
Because I feel like everything I've seen is just you're playing as that one guy the whole time, and which whatever, that's fine. But that's not what I play Final Fantasy for.
Yeah, you
like
gotta
I'll play
manage the
Kingdom Hearts if
crew,
I want to
yeah.
play as one
no,
person. all
no,
the
you
fucking
can
time.
you can play as all of them.
Now,
You
how
can
do they
switch
hold
between-
off on their own though? Are they just like
It's very similar to Kingdom Hearts. I don't know if you've ever played it, but
Okay.
like the way Goofy and Mickey and all them were just doing their
holding
thing.
it down? Holding
And you
it
can
down.
and you can also. I mean, I'm sure the AI has come a long way since then, but it's they've made the combat a little more intricate since then. You can now parry and block and stuff like that. It's live action. It's not turn based.
How does Noctis's sword feel?
Well, that's the thing. You equip like 4 different swords or swords, hammers, whatever they are, different weapons, and they each have properties, and so you basically can create your own combos. It's really sick. I think for that alone, I think Bill's gonna be about it because he's all about customization.
Well, Final Fantasy's been the biggest hype so far for upcoming releases, and then also Dark Souls 3.
Yeah, I'm
So
pretty psyched on that.
we're on the eve of that actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's something that I know Dan wanted to talk about because he's finally got back around to Bloodborne.
Yeah, I know I'm a little late, and I'm not going to bore everybody with a game that probably everyone's played, but I am playing through Bloodborne for my second. Consider this my real playthrough. My first one, I went through it like I got maybe a third of the way in, and Destiny just called me back. But I am giving this a total playthrough. I'm really enjoying it, so I'm looking forward to Dark Souls.
What weapon are you using?
In Bloodborne, I'm using the Great Sword, and
Okay, but there you go.
I think if
Best
I
weapon in the game.
ever gave it another go, I'd probably want to go for a speed build because I just would like to see how that plays. Because the sword, you're just kind of like swinging it like wild. But in Dark Souls, I don't know. I've never played Dark Souls. I heard it's definitely more RPG like, so I'm curious to see how that plays out. And I'm wondering like how, because realistically, I'm not sure how important the build is in Bloodborne. but I know that people told me the build in Dark Souls is important. So I was wondering what you
Very.
guys think about that.
Yeah,
Bill's
in Dark
probably the expert on
He's
this
the
one.
Dark Soul expert.
Dark Souls is very, very, very build heavy. Like you got to know ahead of time what I want to make for this character, which
Before
is the
you
reason
even
why
turn
they
it
have.
on. Okay.
Well, no, because the first playthrough is you just playing through the story. You're playing through the story, you're understanding, you're learning the world, you're learning the mechanics, you're learning the game. But then you have a second playthrough, and that's when you go hardcore PvP. Okay, I want this build with this weapon. This is how it's going to be. That's how all
Okay.
the Dark Souls games have been. Some people will keep playing the same character, and that character will be their PvP character. But if you want to do well, nah, you're going to want to
Build
figure out the
correctly.
game first.
And
then
you know
come
what's
back.
really interesting that I learned, because I've been looking into Bloodborne and how like PvP works. I guess there's a meta that people like won't level beyond. So is Dark Souls the same way? The meta
Yep,
in Bloodborne
there's-
is like 100. Like everyone stays around level 100. That's like the the unwritten rule.
Yeah, that's
Bill,
where
Bill, yeah.
pretty much everything Bloodborne has. Actually, no, everything Bloodborne has is based off of Dark Souls in some
Okay.
manner.
It's
Like
in
all the
development.
stats wise and everything. It's pretty much the same game. More
And-
like
and-
obviously there's things that there are differences but for the most part it's pretty much the same. So a lot of times with stats you'll have like a hard cap where you bring your stat to this level, and if you keep leveling it past this, it'll help, but not as much as you were just going to level up another stat.
Okay. Yeah.
Which can benefit you more in that stat. Like it'll help you. Like if say you're using a weapon that uses strength and piety, which is in Dark Souls, and I guess the equivalent in Bloodborne would be what's
Endurance,
the gun?
maybe.
skill,
no.
probably skill, right?
No, the whatever when you use
It was
Blood
arcane. It was
tinge,
arcane. It
blood
was
tinge.
arcane.
Arcane, thank you.
Oh,
Arcane.
okay, arcane.
Arcane and piety, more or less, I mean, it's similar, but it's different. But you would level up arcane and you would level up strength because arcane would help your strength in this weapon. It's the same thing in Dark Souls.
Now another question I have is the pace of Bloodborne is definitely like high
It's a lot
speed.
faster.
So yeah, and how much of a drop off is it with Dark Souls? Will I still feel that intense
Yeah.
combat? You know what I mean?
Yes. And
Okay.
because it's a little bit slower, you're going to feel a lot more helpless. That's the big thing I
Oh,
felt
okay,
with Dark Souls as
okay.
compared to Bloodborne. In Dark Souls, you really feel like, I'm fucked! And then you die.
Yes,
But
I'm
Bloodborne,
getting
you're
hit.
like, oh, let me dodge. Ah, I'm dead.
Yeah,
Like,
I feel
Bloodborne,
like
Dark
Bloodborne-
Souls, you're going to die.
Bloodborne, they wanted to kind of empower you. They even put like a risk reward mechanic into it, where if you took damage and you hit
With
back
the
fast
blood,
enough,
yeah, yep.
you would get some of your health back.
Yeah.
What I'm understanding from the people that have played through Dark Souls 3 is that they did take notes from Bloodborne and they've sped it up. They're allowing speedier builds that will play like that, but they're also, if you want to sword and board it old school Dark Souls style, then that's going to be there as well.
Oh wow!
Which-
So shields are actually even viable
Oh,
because in Bloodborne they're
yeah.
a joke.
Yeah, they're a joke. They actually put one shield in Bloodborne as a joke. They wanted you to try and use it.
That's funny.
Dark Souls are very, very, very shield important.
Dark
Like,
Souls.
there's certain bosses that you don't try
That's pretty
fighting
cool
that
though.
without a
Like
shield.
dragons are breathing fire and you shield it. That's kind of cool.
Well, I mean,
I wouldn't say dragons are breathing fire and you shield it. I think that's pretty much you get lit on fire.
Yes, you die. That's all that really
Wrong
happens.
game. Nope, this is not a Knights of the Round Table, epic fantasy. Like, I will.
Yes,
I will
you
slay
start
thee.
No, you're
breathing
fucking
fire
dead.
and you're burning alive.
you're dead.
Well,
No,
Dark
you need that
Souls-
shield because there's 3 skeletons shooting arrows at you from fucking
While the
a
fire
mile
is
away,
being breathed.
while something's attacking you, and you have to make sure like you're not getting hit with these arrows and getting stun locked to death.
Yeah.
That's why you have a shield.
Does
So
it
Dark
manage the
Souls
same
3 is
the same
up on
type
that
of
hype
deal?
then. You guys excited for it? Is anybody getting it on release?
Oh, I'm
I'm buying it on release. Yes.
I'll get it probably next weekend. I want to beat Bloodborne first.
You want to play Bloodborne first? I'm going to take my time with it. It's a game I'll get when it drops in price. It's not a game that I'll
You get that Steam
get on
discount.
release.
Well, I'm really liking, before we move on, I'm really liking the single player experience because I haven't done it in so long, and it's nice, take The Division. I didn't really get to talk about it too much, but to revisit it for 1 second, the one complaint I have about, and it's just kind of all these games, is I don't like falling behind. Bill, you complained about that. You know what I mean? Is you fall behind, and it's almost like you don't even want to come back because you have to play for 2 days straight just to catch back up. So with this time of game, Bloodborne, I could not play it for 3 days and then come back and just be at the same exact point. I didn't fall backward. You know what I mean?
Yep.
That makes sense. I
Absolutely.
don't know. Yeah. Wow. I mean, what an epic episode. So much brought in. Like, we already like ate up all the time. It doesn't even seem like we've been here for that long. We haven't been talking for that long. There's so much more
been
to
so
talk
long.
about too, which
Missed
is
you guys.
crazy. Like,
It's been so long.
yeah, it's been so long. I just wanted to go. I mean, we have more in store too. Like, Chronocide is we're gonna be changing a little bit. You know, we're gonna be upgrading what we're doing, how we're gonna be communicating back with the community and stuff. And we have other things in store, some future plans, some exciting things. we
I'm
can't talk about yet.
I'm starting a Twitch stream on
Yes.
our Chronocide Twitch. It's going to be Bill and Max play. One of my really good gamer friends, Max. Me and him, when we play, we challenge each other to a level that's fucking hilarious. So
Look forward
you'll
to
be-
seeing that
yeah.
soon.
Yeah, it's gonna be
yeah,
sweet.
we're
It's
going to be
gonna
playing
fun.
mostly. I think for the most part, it's going to be a lot of Street Fighter and a lot of Overwatch.
Yes.
But there's going to be a lot more out there as well. So.
You know, follow us on Twitter at Slade Time. Look us up on Facebook, Chronocide Podcast. You can find us on YouTube. Same thing, Chronocide Podcast. We on anything else? Oh, our SoundCloud. If you
SoundCloud, yep.
if you don't want to listen to it on YouTube and you want to listen on SoundCloud, I don't know why. You can find us on SoundCloud.
But if you want to,
If you have an iTunes account, fuck iTunes because I still hate trying to get iTunes podcasts.
Yeah,
I
they
still
suck.
hate it. And
If you want to use it on iTunes, well, fuck you.
sorry.
fuck you until I can figure it out because for some reason I can't do it because iTunes hates me and it doesn't like me at all. And I do it the correct way and it's like, nah, fuck you.
Well, you know, Steve Jobs has a problem with this because he ran out of time. I hate Steve Jobs. Anyways,
Oh God.
that's for another story.
That's for another
another
podcast.
one.
That's another podcast. All right. Well, I guess this is it, right? This is the end of the welcome back episode, right?
Yes,
Yep,
thanks
welcome
again for
back.
having me, guys.
Oh,
I love
God.
being on.
Thanks again.
Looking forward to
Welcome
it.
to the team,
Look forward
buddy.
to the future. Thanks for killing time with us. We needed it. We needed a vent. That's what we